Hi, I'm Liz Shewitt-Davison. I'm here with Erica. What age ranges do you see?
So I typically see like as early as like 2, 3.
Okay.
So I do a lot of like early childhood
Sure.
mental health kind of support. And then the oldest I've seen so far at Wellpoint has been like 15.
Okay.
So kind of like that adolescence and early childhood
Okay.
age.
So from pretty small up through like a teenager, but not really adult.
Yeah.
Okay. When you think about doing therapy with like an itty bitty, like a 2-year-old, what does that look like? I feel like a lot of people would be like, how do you do therapy with a 2-year-old?
Yeah, that's a great question. I get that often. So with itty bitties, it's a lot of like play and being really focused on like attuning. So being able to reciprocate different interactions and modeling a lot of typical behavior that you would see with littles, such as like being able to like roll a ball back and forth, or being able to like draw a line and somebody else draws a line. Of course, I deflect to art therapy things as an art therapist. So we do a lot of like mark making together.
And you mentioned art therapy. So you are, what is your like educational background?
So I went to school for clinical art therapy and traditional counseling. So a lot of what I do is arts-based, which kind of means that I bring a lot of art in the sense of I use that as my primary modality really to be able to talk and connect with kids. A lot of the times it's really nonverbal, so oftentimes it'll look like play or just like common like drawing activities, painting, things like that, but there's a lot of intentionality behiund it.
So if I went home and told my mom, Miss Erica and I just painted all session and we didn't even talk, that would still be therapy.
That would still be therapy.
Okay.
It'd still count.
I think when people think art, they typically think like drawing or painting. Does it include other things sometimes, or is it just those two modalities?
Absolutely. So we do a lot of 3D things. We do a lot of like recycled material construction. Sometimes we'll go on a walk for like mindfulness purposes, and we'll grab like different nature materials, and then we'll bring those out and make them come back together in some sort of piece. Or it's like a long-term project too, that it can be like sculpting or anything that really they present an interest in that'll help them achieve their therapeutic goals.
If I was new to therapy or like kind of considering therapy with you, what would you say to me about starting that process or what therapy's like?
I think my biggest thing is like therapy is what you make it. So I guess my presentation for it would be kind of along the lines of what you want to get out of it is kind of what you put into it. So like we set it up, I follow your lead. So if you want to come in and you want to do art, you want to play, you want to talk, you want to go outside, like I lead with that. And then I follow. So we're kind of working together, and it's a collaborative relationship. It's not just me telling you what to do. And like, I think a lot of people often find comfort in being able to like know that they're going to kind of control how sessions go.
To see more of our clinician videos or to learn more about our clinicians or Wellpoint as a whole, you can visit wellpointcare.org.